my terminal end that screws onto the spigot has cracked and torn away. The clamp will go over the hose, then I'll have to put this piece into the hose, and then the clamp will clamp down on it, and then this end with the washer will screw into the spigot section. And does it attach to the faucet or spigot, ensuring that I have the right size. And that is thumbs up. That works. You need to take your Phillips screwdriver, back out the screws so you can adjust the clamp. That ribbing is going to match up with the ribbing on the insert. So the idea is, when you're looking at your hose and the clamp, which side do you put on first? You don't want the ribbing going on first. You want the flat back end going on first over your hose. The ribbed insert is going in to the open end with the ribbing as opposed to the flat side. And then I'm going to take that washer and push it all the way down to the backing of that insert. So it's all the way in. I put the rubber washer Okay, I know it's all black, it's hard to see, but the washer is all the way against the insert on the inside. This is the part that screws on to the spigot. This is the part that's going to go into the hose. Now, yes, it's the correct size and it's going to be a really tight fit. So I'm just going to push it in, maybe to the first ribbing, and I'm going to allow the hose to stretch. If I try to force that in there, it's going to be really tough, so I'm going to give it some time. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get it to the second rib. I'm telling you, this part, you're going to need some patience, because that hose, and you kind of go a little bit in circles. I mean, if you've got a brand new hose that happened to break, that hose may be more malleable or shapeable, but if your hose is older and maybe a little more on the brittle side, again, you can buy a brand new one. I've been waiting about 10 minutes to let it soak in the sun, heat up, but you can tell, I told you there was 3 ribs, and I'm on the 3rd rib, and then I've got this part of the shaft still to go. Well, that's also the most difficult part of this operation, and you can kill your thumbs trying to keep pushing in. So what I'm going to show you is, you'd like to be able to maybe push down, but the problem with pushing down at this format is the hose is already hitting the spigot attachment. So I came up with a little idea. I found a nut that is smaller in diameter than the spigot attachment, yet it covers that little insert perfectly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down on a hard surface. Then this spigot end will go right over that, and I'll line up with the insert, and then I'll get square over that and try to work my way down. Utilizing that made that so much easier to do. So now that clamp is going to come up over it. You can adjust that clamp if you need to space it out, and I don't want to clamp down super tight on one end only. I want to kind of screw them down equally. Right now this looks like a finished product, but the all-important question is, does it leak when I tie it to the spigot? So that's on there tight. Now the question is going to be, does it leak when I pour the water out of it? The moment of truth. And we are in business. That little drip is coming off of this, not that. I'd have to say one of the hottest tips was using that little wash nut.